So we've made it to Epcot. Got 2.5 hours. Let's see what we can do. I think I'm going to take in Spaceship Earth before I go any further. Kind of jonesing a little bit. Haven't done one of my most favorite attractions. It's old, I get it. It does need to be refurbed and maybe some new scenes added, but I cannot help when I walk into this park but to do this attraction. So come along with me. It doesn't look like a wait either. It says 10 minutes and it doesn't loop at all. So and it took about 2 minutes to be able to get on the attraction, and wow. I can't even zoom out far enough to be able to know because of how close it is. But here we go.
Momentarily delayed. Please remain seated. Your time machine vehicle will begin moving again at any moment. Please remain seated. We'll resume our journey shortly. Thank you.
And I can honestly say this was the longest I've ever been held up on Spaceship Earth. This took about 15 minutes, and yes, this music never stopped.
Begin moving immediately. Remain seated, please. Our travels are resuming now.
Pretty much told you it was a walk-on. We've not stopped moving. There's hardly anybody in here. And anytime you see 10 minutes on this attraction, it is a walk-on.
Swim over and say good day to your old pal Bruce. Don't worry, morsel, mate. Fish are friends for food.
Alright, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Stop playing games!
Games? I love games! Ooh, I'm thinking of something pink and bouncy that looks like a balloon.
That was pretty cool, as it always is. But we are leaving here. I'm heading over to the land now. We are going to do Soarin' over California. I have not done it since it's been back. So I definitely want to do that. I have a return time like at 7:35. It's a little after 7 now. And then we're going to also do Living with the Land. So that'll be 5 attractions down so far. 4 attractions, I'm sorry. And then we're going to go on and we're going to go meet my pal Figment also. And spend
changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, as nature is the beginning of the cycle of life. Beneath the surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. One of those living systems is the rainbow, home to the most amazing concentration of life on Earth. Due to its beautiful forms, covering the tiny ocean of Earth's surface, nothing can stay more than an hour in the rainforests are also extremely rich in natural living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicine, and other elements essential to our life. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
Here at Epcot, we're learning to reduce the need for chemical pesticides by breeding and using natural predators, like ladybugs and wasps, to control pests. In the farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts.
Tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land. Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas.
Oh, can I go too? Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie coochie coo, and taste. Tastes like chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour. What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello.
Who is this?
It's Figment.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't. It's over here. All aboard. Woo-hoo! Next stop, imagination.
I say imagination must be captured and controlled.
Imagination works best when it's set free. Just turn your imagination loose and anything.
Figment? He's gone. Our research shows that smells often trigger the imagination, especially when pleasant, familiar smells come into play.
Come into play? I'd love to.
Figment, this is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll! Woohoo! You win 1 cent!
Don't! Oh, yeah, that really stinks.
Of course, Doc. The nose knows.
Thank you, Figment. And so, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast!
Now, I know Journey of Water is not a ride, but it is an attraction, so we're going to count it. So we got 6 of these tonight. That was really cool. 2.5 hours, and I'm heading home. Hope you had a good time. Thanks. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
It's an exclusive club. Only explorers get in here. Not just any kid off the street with a helmet and a pair of goggles. Do you think you got what it takes? Well, do you? Yeah. All right, you're in. Welcome aboard.